Help me reach 100k and we will have a legendary giveaway. 3 copies of Legends Arceus with the #1 winner also winning a Switch system. All you need to do is subscribe and comment on any one of my videos from October 28th to January 28th. The more videos you comment on, the more chances you'll have at winning. Leaving a like or a dislike will help support the channel as well. Be sure to read the rest of the rules on screen, and best of luck with the giveaway. Special shout out to Thorn, by the way, for this high quality game footage. I'm using all the gameplay video you see today from his channel. Hopefully you guys can check him out. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl might just be the hardest Pokemon games, mainland Pokemon games, that we've received thus far. Not because of its main story, and not even because of Cynthia, but because of its post-game rematches. In the post-game rematches, at one point or another, all the gym leaders, Elite Four members, and Champion will use high-level teams of 6 with competitive moves, abilities, and items on their team. And let me tell ya, these rematches are no joke. Oh, and did I forget to tell you guys, all the Pokemon in these rematches are fully EV trained and IV bred? Yeah, we're so screwed. If you go up against them playing set and you don't use any items in battle, there's a good chance you're whiting out. Of all the rematches, I wanted to pick the top 5 that I thought were the hardest. Now, it's not just the gym leaders, Elite Four members, and Champion. There are battles against Barry and either Don or Lucas, depending on who you didn't pick. And those battles are pretty good as well. There is in-game data showing that there is going to be another battle for Don or Lucas, but no one's actually triggered that yet, and it's quite possible that this is a battle in the future, not one that we can encounter right now. But regardless, the battles that we can have against Barry, Don, and Lucas right now aren't that great. So while I would like to include them here, I don't think they're deserving of a spot on this list. So with that, it's just gonna be tied down to gym leaders, Elite Four members, and the Champion. Of those, let me know who you think the top 5 is gonna be. And once you're done with the video, you can compare your list to mine and see how well it fares up. So with all that being said, just a quick spoiler warning, because this does get into post-game spoilers. Here are the top 5 hardest rematches in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Number 5. Now this one, I was debating between a few different people, and it's the only big question mark on this list in my opinion. Initially I was thinking Aaron, because Aaron does come out with a Flygon that's gonna throw people off, but I don't think that alone justifies him being number 5. Then I was thinking about Rourke, because his Sandstream team does put in a lot of work, but it's still pretty easy to get through. The defensive capabilities of this team isn't too great in my opinion. But after going through a few different options, I decided that the number 5 spot is gonna go to Fantina. Fantina, being the ghost type specialist, means she has a lot of tricks up her sleeve. And boy does she have tricks up her sleeve. Her Banette has Iron Ball Trick. That's already a hard enough trick, man. So if it survives and you have a really fast Pokemon on your team, that thing is getting slowed down ASAP. Her lead itself is a Flare Boost Flame Orb Drifblim with Strength Sap. Now, to be fair, this Drifblim isn't too tanky, so that's probably the biggest downside. If you take it out, you take it out and you're safe, but if you don't take it out, good luck. And overall, her whole team runs a ton of status moves. Her Dusknoir alone knows Will-O-Wisp and Confuse Ray, and just because it's slow, it has Shadow Sneak as priority. Miss Magius has a whole ton of coverage with the Expert Belt, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Mystical Fire, Dazzling Gleam. That thing is fast, bro. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Her Frostlass also has Will-O-Wisp, but because Dusknoir is out there statusing all your Pokemon, if enough of your team gets crippled, Frostlass has Hex to take care of most of those Pokemon. And if it doesn't, it's got Destiny Bond to take at least one thing out. Then Gengar's in the back, outspeeding pretty much everything. It's also got Hex and Sludge Bomb for all those fairy types. And in case something else needs a status, Toxic as well. This team is pretty annoying. Like I said, I don't know if this will exactly be the perfect number 5 spot, but I do think it's a top contender for the number 5 spot because of all the different strategies being used here and because of the number of statuses and how annoying it can be to go up against her. Her highest level is 72 with 2 Pokemon being at that level, both Frostlass and Gengar. So regardless of what, if you do this battle right after you beat the champion and you get the unlock to do so, man, you're pretty much screwed. Number 4, Crasher Wake. Now this is 100% deserving of the number 4 spot. This guy has a whole rain team, and with 4 of his Pokemon having Swift Swim as ability, Politoed's gonna come out and drizzle you, right? Then it's gonna Perish Song so that you don't set up and that you're forced to switch out. Then once Politoed goes down, he's gonna come out with Gyarados, start setting up Dragon Dances, and if you don't beat this thing quick enough, your entire team is going down. For sure. Aquatail, Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Dragon Dance, you're getting destroyed. On top of that, if you think you're smart enough to track it with an electric type move, it has the berry to weaken electric type damage. Let's suppose you do take out Wake's Gyarados, right? Man has a Huntail with Shell Smash and Swift Swim. Bro, you can't outspeed this team. You really can't. Kingdra isn't too bad, but it does have Resto Chesto, proving to be an annoying threat. Ludicolo got the Citrus, and it's got Teeter Dance and Substitute. Hiding behind that Substitute, it's gonna Hydro Pump and Energy Ball, whatever it can. And Floatzel, of course, though it's his ace, I kind of think it's the weakest link on the team. It's pretty much just there because it's a Floatzel, 4th Gen Water type, and there it's his ace. I think Gastrodon would have proved more useful on this team, but Floatzel is his ace, so you can't remove it. But it's still pretty strong. Life Orb, Swift Swim. It's got coverage across the board. It's got Aquatail, Brick Break, Crunch, Ice Fang. It's got coverage. It's got coverage. But definitely, I think the biggest threat here is Gyarados, without question. And of course, Politoed with the Damp Rock Drizzle is the one setting up the whole team. This is going to be something else when you go up against it, I'm telling you. Rain teams are always considered to be really, really good. This being an actual in-game team is no exception. Number 3, Lucian. How can we forget Cynthia's right-hand man? Now, I actually don't know if he's actually Cynthia's right-hand man, but he's the leader before you fight Cynthia, of course. So, he's gotta be there. He's gotta be there. The strongest of the Elite Four members, and the only Elite Four member to be on this list. I think Aaron, Bertha, and Flint are pretty strong, but Bertha and Flint, I feel like they don't have enough coverage on their team. Their teams feel rather one-dimensional compared to the other leaders, which is why they're not here. But Lucian, despite everything, still proves to be pretty dang strong. The main thing he has here is the Light Clay Mr. Mime with the Reflect and the Light Screen. Bro, this is going to save his team so much, especially since he has a Slowbro that just would never ever die. This Slowbro just does not go away. On top of the healing items that Lucian has, this thing has Regenerator, Leftovers, and Slack Off. It's just not going down. And its EVs are all in its defense too. It's so ridiculous, man. Top it all off with the fact that this thing is level 82, it's not going down. Now his ace is actually Gallade at 85 with the Citrus Berry, and this thing has coverage for sure. Poison Jab, Psychic Cut, Close Combat, and Shadow Sneak. It's got priority, it's got a high crit ratio move, it's got a really strong move with Close Combat, and it's got coverage for the Fairy types with Poison Jab. Like, you can't go wrong with that. And if you think it's not fast enough, it's a Jolly Nature Gallade, by the way, but even if you think it's not fast enough, he has Alakazam in the back. Alakazam with Nasty Plot, Life Orb, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Shockwave so it doesn't miss. As another tanky Pokemon, he's got Bronzong with Levitate. You can't hit with an Earthquake, but it can Earthquake you right back, and it's got Payback as well. Gyro Ball because it's slow and it's going to hit you. Rock Slide if it needs to. And then Espeon for the Magic Bounce. You're probably not going to use Stealth Rocks on it, I don't think so. But hey, it's still got a backup Light Screen in case Mr. Mime's Light Screen goes down. And then Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball. Now I will say, I think the one thing Lucian could have benefited from is possibly a Trick Room user on his team for the Bronzong, Slowbro, and Gallade, and then maybe gave his Gallade a more offensive nature. Like a nature that raises its attack instead of its speed. And then maybe Slowbro, Bronzong, and Gallade could have worked as one kind of core. Mr. Mime and Espeon and Alakazam as another. But regardless of what, this is one of the hardest fights in the game without question. It would have been the second. It would have been the second highest if it weren't for the gimmicks that the next leader uses. But this team is no joke. I genuinely think number 3 is the right spot for it because it's going to be so difficult to take down for sure. Number 2, and the reason why I wanted to even make this video in the first place, I cannot believe that I'm saying this, but the second hardest fight in this game has to be, without a doubt, Candice. I don't care for the jokes, alright? It's Candice. Candice has to be the second hardest fight in this game. Because, bro, take a look at this team. This team, oh my god. She starts off with a Snow Warning, a Bomb of Snow. If you're very unlucky, she's gonna set up the Aurora Veil on you, and then you're kind of screwed, right? But on top of that, bro, 2 of our team members have the Snow Cloak ability, and 3 of them use Double Team. Double Team and Snow Cloak. Are you out of your mind? If you do not have things such as Shockwave, moves that never miss, right? And they set up Double Team on top of the Snow Cloak, you're screwed. Absolutely, you're gonna be sitting there and just taking hits while you try to hit her. And of course, this is a Hail team. Why wouldn't she have a Blizzard that doesn't miss? but you're gonna miss. Get kissed by a Jinx and fall ill to status. Priority Ice Shard with the Mamoswine. It's got Earthquake and Stone Edge too. In case Abomasnow doesn't set up Aurora Veil, Frostlass will. Glaceon is there with the Freeze Dry for the water types. And then of course Weavile is there to outspeed everything and do damage with the Night/Brick Break X-Scissor Ice Shard. Bro, I don't think, oh my. Invasion Claws is a blessing in Showdown. Absolute blessing. But that does not exist in actual Pokemon. It doesn't exist at all. And because of that, we have to deal with the threat that is rematch Candice. I'm not joking. You try this battle for yourself. If you get unlucky, you get very, very unlucky. If you get lucky, you get very, very lucky. That's the only two ways this battle can go. And because of that, it's here at the number 2 spot. Number 1, yeah, it's Cynthia. I don't think anyone needs any explanation. I don't think anyone needs any kind of suspense for that one either. It was pretty obvious it was going to be Cynthia, right? But this is rematch number 2, Cynthia. I think if we really wanted to be technical here, the number 5 spot would go to the first rematch of Cynthia. And then the number 1 spot would go to the second rematch of Cynthia, because Cynthia's that good. I was struggling with my fight against her in the main game, and I'm playing set, no items, and I lost like 8 times. I beat her on either my 8th attempt or my 9th attempt. Can't remember. But she gets more difficult in the first rematch, and then the second rematch. And the second rematch, she's got a Porygon Z and a Togekiss. In her first rematch, she swaps out Gastrodon with Togekiss. And in the second rematch, she swaps out Roserade for Porygon Z. Her team now is Spiritomb, Porygon Z, Togekiss, Lucario, Milotic, and Garchomp. The weakest link is probably Lucario, but regardless, her team is stacked. She's got level 88 Garchomp, matching Red's highest Pokemon, but in terms of level averages, she fares up 2 levels higher than Red's team average. She has level 84 Spiritomb, level 85 Porygon Z, level 86 Togekiss, level 86 Lucario, level 84 Milotic, level 88 Garchomp. The movesets from the prior 4 are the same as they were in the main game, but that Swords Dance Garchomp, man, it's crazy. So crazy. And that Milotic will never die with the Marvel Scale and Flame Orb. That was the hardest part of the whole game for me. Actually, she makes Wallace and Juan's Ace her own Pokemon and uses it better than them. It's incredible. This Togekiss also does Thunder Wave, and it has Serene Grace Air Slash, by the way, so good luck falling victim to hacks. Porygon Z has Adaptability, Expert Belt, Hyper Beam, Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, so it's doing damage. It's doing a ton of damage. Yeah, like I said, I think Cynthia could have fared for the number 5 and number 1 spots both, but I wanted to be fair and spread it out. So she's just here at number 1, but hey, no surprise whatsoever. The hardest champion and the hardest NPC fight we've had thus far in any main series Pokemon game. So those are the top 5 hardest rematches that I think we've had in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Let me know what your list is, and let me know what you think about my list. We can have differing opinions, just let me know what you think. If you haven't seen some of my other videos, please do check them out. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all on the next video, alright? Later.